So I've had a few people ask like how to clean your cast irons when you've got stuff that's decently stuck on. I mean, I've had times where I've even had it more stuck on, so I just figured I'd make this quick video and show you how I do it. So yeah, here we go. First thing, you do not want to shock your pan, so you don't want to put a cold pan immediately in hot water. So if you're a good cast iron mama and you just finished cooking and you clean it, good for you. I left it out all night because I was lazy and didn't want to clean it last night. So I'm just reheating it. I just want to get it to as hot as I can get it to where I can still lift with my hand, because that does heat up during heat up. So yeah, so first step is heat it up. So while the pan's heating up, I figured I'd show you guys. This is what I use to clean and scrub my cast iron with. It's a scrubby my grandma makes, and I find them perfect. They're not so abrasive that they take your seasoning off, but they will get just about anything out of your cast iron pan. So yeah, I mean, I know Lodge, Woods, they all have their own scrubbers, and if something's really stuck on, you can use kosher salt and one of these to get it really good. But yeah, this is what I use. And while that's getting hot on the stove still, you're going to get your water nice and hot too. So yeah, you can see it's kind of steaming there. So, alright, my water's good to go. Alright, my pan's hot enough. Hot water. It's there. Steam is the best cleaner, see? Sometimes the water gets a little too hot and I can't see where I'm scrubbing, so I turn it off for a couple seconds, just use the water that's in the pan, and that helps me get everything off. Rinse it out. I don't use soap, but I do know that you can. Just use like a little squirt, just like a little drop, and that'll do plenty for you. So yeah, that's that process. And then bring it back over here to your stove. There we go. All right, and then you can grab a paper towel, which I didn't have. Here we go. Just grab a paper towel. We're going to wipe all the excess water off. Still a little bit of food. Oops. Alright, then you're going to turn it on, turn it like medium high. You just want to get all that moisture out, so I usually just let it go till I don't see any like watermarks anywhere. Yeah, I need to probably take that off. Get some re-seasoning on there, but it'll work. So I actually just scrub that little bit that's still on there, and you can see the steam coming off is the best cleaner. It'll get anything off. Steam all the way. See? Gone. Beautiful, right? So All right. So yeah, just let all the moisture get out. All right, once your pan is done with that, you should turn it off. And you can use whatever oil you want to season with it. I use olive oil. I also have this linen rag. It's already covered in oil because this is the same rag I use every time to season. So I'm actually not going to add oil to it now. But you can use olive oil. This is what I use. I'm just going to apply a nice coating to it there. All around, on the sides, on the top, put on the handle there, even to the bottom. No rust happens there. I don't do the bottom and the sides down here all the time, but for this purpose of this video, yeah, I will. Alright, the reason I use linen is because if you use paper towel to season, it'll leave little fluffy bits everywhere. And I don't like having to clean it a second time. So, yeah. Then what you're gonna do, now you don't have to do this every time, I don't do it every time, but if you're a newbie and you're still getting your cast iron seasoned properly, this is what you do. After you're done doing that, open up your oven, take it, flip it, put it in. If you want, you can put a cookie sheet on the second rack underneath it to catch any oil drippings in case you over-oiled it, but I'm usually pretty good with that. So put it in, and I'm going to bake it. You can go up to 500 on here. I only go to 450 because my oven is a little bit older, so you're going to let it get all the way up to 450 with your pan inside, and then you'll turn it off and let it cool all the way down, and you'll have a really good coat of seasoning on. And I'm going to show you guys my first cast iron that I ever bought. It's a 10-inch skillet. It's a Woods brand, which is a Canadian brand. If you aren't sure when you go shopping what to look for, I'll give a little shout out. Kent Rollins here, he has a really good video on what to look for, whether you're buying new, used, antique, and everything in between. So you can see on this skillet, excuse my face, you can see that dark coating. This I have seasoned like in the oven, probably, oh geez, probably once every couple months, if not more than that. And it's got real nice non-stick, non-porous surface now. So the pan I put in the oven in this video was the one I actually bought only a year and a half ago. So it hasn't been through the ringer as much as this one has, but it's actually pretty good already. So I just wanted to show you guys what happens when you do seasoning the way that I do it. And like I said, sometimes I just do it on the stove top as well. You turn your heat on, like after you add the oil, turn your heat back on, and you want that to go past the smoking point. Because once it's past the smoking point, that's when it really adheres to the cast iron. So you can do that every time, or like, I mean, even in the olden days, people would just continually cook in here, you know, instead of using like olive oil or grapeseed oil or canola oil like we do now. They used to just like rub in the bacon grease from it, and because they're going to be using it for the next meal. And I do occasionally do that. I'll make bacon and eggs in the morning, I'll just rub it in, not even wash it. Don't be too gross out, it's okay. And then use it again for, like yesterday I made a taco ring. So I cooked all the taco meat right in there, right in with all the grease, and I didn't have to add any extra oil, and it was fantastic. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helps some of you out, and if you like my videos, subscribe. So here you go after the oven seasoning. So it's still actually a little bit warm, but I wanted to take it out and show you guys. I just wiped it again quick with some oil, and because you can never have enough layers. And you can repeat that process with the oil in it, oven. You can repeat that as many times as you need to create that nice non-stick surface. So there you go. I hope this helps somebody out there, and God bless.